All right.
So I have to do green
No.
line now. All right. The framing is, I love to frame things through a tree or through an archway. It just adds a lot of interest. It draws the viewer into the picture where you want them to go. Decisive moment. What's that? I like to think of photography as the only art form where you are freezing an exact moment in time. And nobody else froze that moment exactly like you did.
We've lost the sound.
No, can't hear me?
Do you have,
Sure. Go back to Zen.
Oh, go back to Zoom.
Yeah. Okay, video, I'm join audio.
Yes, speaker. Hello? I can hear. And same as system. External.
can you hear him now? Oh, yeah, we got a thumbs up.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, good.
Yep,
Okay, awesome.
thank you.
Sorry about that.
Start over. I'm kidding.
You are funny.
I am.
Me, see, do tab. There, I can do tab. Okay, there. Okay, here's, what's this back? I think this is 80, no, 91. So this is film. The last one was digital. I'm gonna try to say that once in a while, so it might be helpful. So what struck me obviously was the light, and it was windy. So think of this picture if it was still,
Yeah.
you don't have it. And if you don't have the sunset, you don't have it.
Yeah.
So this was a 20 mm lens, and when I give a lens millimeter, it's for film or full frame cameras. So that's all that's means. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. But I mean, with film, I was surprised I got that image. Who shot film in here before? Cool. Either showing your age or you're really young and showing your age because they like the film. So, yeah. So here's an image from, oh, that will be helpful. So it's from the Smoky Mountains, and
Oh,
that's
cool.
from 2010. And that did not look like that either. So I think I've got a snapshot I can show you. There's the original.
Oh, my gosh.
So, okay, am I getting across the point, the power of software?
Uh-huh.
And you think, you look at that and you go, well, he overexposed that picture. Nope. If you look at the histogram over here, I mean, I've got highlights, I've got shadows, but once I edit it, there.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I didn't use a brush and add color, I enhanced what was there. I've had people tell me, no, I don't like that. I go, okay, you like this, good for you. Okay, that's fine.
It's probably not what you saw either, though. It's
No.
original. What comes out of the camera is not what you saw.
No.
Especially in that
And,
scenario.
and I did use some artistic license and enhance
Sure.
it a little bit. It was a beautiful sunrise and I enhanced it a little bit. That's what we can do. You
Yeah.
don't think Ansel Adams did that? Of course he did.
Yes, he
Of
did.
course he did. Of course he did. So.
They don't like.
Right.
Did you have the fog kind of on the horizon?
That was there, yeah. Oh, hang on a second. My buddy says, I rebooted twice and couldn't get audio.
Yeah, both of them are gone.
Hang on.
Maybe that was before we fixed.
Right. Hang on, let me just do this real quick. No, I didn't know, but it should be working now. Now leave me alone. Fine, Sarasota. Okay. So I love taking photos of challenging, because it was very challenging. You saw how dark the foreground was. You got a super bright, background. So this was an interesting picture, driving home from Columbia after a workshop, and storm was like coming right up on our rear, and I said, we've got to pull over because something cool's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And this was you can see from here, not that one, there we go, 20th of a second, and this wheat or whatever was, I mean, whipping like that. So I knew I wasn't gonna stop it, I didn't want to. So when I get back, what's interesting, you get back farther away from from me, it starts getting sharper because that distance, that swaying doesn't have an effect as when it's right next to you.
Mhm.
Make sense? So think about that kind of stuff when you're taking a photo like this, because this is not out of focus. That's from motion.
Look at that, wow.
This is obviously a picture all about the light, isn't it? So anybody taking a picture like this where you've got that extreme backlighting, isn't it fun?
Right.
It's so great to have that kind of light. And then what made the picture really was this guy. I'm sitting on a bench and he's like, "You taking a picture of me?" Fun. And I was only sitting on a bench because I had altitude sickness the first day in Bogota, Colombia. So it's 9,600 feet and I just wasn't used to it. So, well, that's higher than Denver. Somebody's going to Denver, right? Yeah. So this was, I love this picture because it was, people, where'd you take that? I go, well, I was inside my family room. Opened the door, so I didn't have to shoot through the glass. And we had this big ice, and that's like this Nandina, which is a type of bamboo, was growing right there and totally covered in ice. And I think, yeah, here's the original.
Wow.
So a lot of artistic license there. I added blue. I mean, at some point, you know, I mean, I don't want to sound crass, but I mean, I don't care if you don't like it. I like it. And that's what you have to do.
Uh-huh.
You have to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you appeal, that's what you're doing for yourself to make the image enhanced and look beautiful. The more people that actually like it, then you start to get to the point where you've created maybe some art other people will appreciate. Because who knows what everything's art? I don't know about everything that somebody creates, but it's something everyone created, and it's art to them, and that can be enough. But for me, I'm always looking to inspire and engage other people looking at my photography. So, I mean, it's not that, no, I want a pat on the back, but I like that it makes people happy. You see a really beautiful sunset, does that make you happy? Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm striving for.
Pretty.
So how did I pick that location? I didn't. I'm on a boat and we're going past the mountains early morning, and I mean, these are the kind of times it's like you kick yourself if you didn't have your camera, right? You have to have it with you. And I'm guilty of not always having it with me because I've got this now, you know.
Yes.
Got the phone. Doesn't really count, but it does still. It can. This was, here we go. So there doesn't look like there's much moving there, does it? Well, it's 25/100th of a second shutter speed,
Yeah.
like for shooting a baseball game. F11 at 100 ISO. So I didn't hurt myself by using a real high shutter speed with noise. F11, stop down the lens. That didn't hurt myself getting more noise because I've got 100 ISO. But the combination of the boat moving a little bit and rocking, and very important 300mm lens is why I did that. I mean, why not too? I didn't have to go to 4000 ISO. There becomes a point where you have to like back off a little bit. One of the ladies was talking about the noise earlier in the program. Yes.
I have a question that might help
Oh,
all of
well,
us. What is the blue? Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
That's for me to always learn where the photo is clipped over on the left side of the histogram here. And that shows areas that are pure black.
Black.
So if I put the mouse right there, you can see, well, I can't move the mouse again, but up under the histogram, you got 000. That's pure black. I move it over here with some color, and now I've got 41%, 34%, and 17% for that color. So that's just a good reminder of what is pure black. And I find that is a very common mistake a lot of photographers have when they get into Lightroom. They find out how much they can increase the shadows, get more detail in the shadows. Some things are, they're supposed to be shadows.
Mhm.
They're supposed to be black. Go look at, here we go again. Go look at an Ansel Adams print.
Mhm.
Yeah, blacks, deep blacks are important. So that's the Freedom Tower in New York. Anybody been there?
Uh-uh.
It's really just so incredible. Really, really beautiful. And this is a conversion from black and white. I mean, from color, obviously. And let's see if I can show you. No, I don't have, and I thought I did. But I thought I had a snapshot to show what the color looked like. I could access it, but that's okay. And this was 20mm with a Fuji. Anybody shoot with Fuji cameras? Okay, it's a crop sensor, so 20mm is equivalent to basically 30mm with film or full frame. So not super wide, but wide enough where I could catch this nice overhang here from the Oculus, which is the transportation center.
Very cool.
Now I've got to show you this. So this is 6.5 seconds
Wow.
at ISO 800. All right, so 6.5 seconds. Yes, I use the tripod. Use the tripod quite a bit. I'm finding that more and more, I don't have to use a tripod as much as I did 10 years ago. Why is that? Anybody? Cameras are better, they have better image stabilization. Yes. So you can be standing there like this and your hands are doing this. And at the same shutter speed, low shutter speed, it might freeze without getting any motion blur now. So. But this one is interesting because here's the original again.
Oh my gosh.
This was at a glacier lake in Iceland. And it really looked way closer to that.
Wow.
I was just there last month, yeah, or at the end of June.
Well, clearly you just don't take very good pictures.
Sometimes you're right.
Yeah,
And that's how I try to learn.
that's amazing. Oh my
So now we
gosh.
went from Iceland and here, I mean, first of all, we get lucky sometimes, right? But you have to make your own luck. You got to be prepared. Be prepared for scenes like this because we were waiting. This was like one of the last nights we were there in Iceland, and we were watching the app say, "Oh, it might be tonight. It might be tonight." We all run out at 2 a.m. and it lasted maybe an hour, but this was at the peak.
Oh. That's amazing.
And that was 4 seconds at 1.4. So a very fast lens.
Yeah.
You don't need depth of field. You're focusing, I just focused on this structure right here.
Uh-huh.
That's it. That's infinity basically. And 1600 ISO. So I did have to clean up a little bit of the noise, but yeah.
Wow.
And that's a pullover. There's a sunset. Did nothing planned. And maybe 10 minutes after I pulled over, and this was shot in Creve Coeur near Creve Coeur Lake. I get that view.
That's beautiful.
So what did I do here? I'm focusing, basically focus is something I like to talk about right about here on this weed or stalk or whatever. Right there, there's 0 point in ever focusing all the way back there on infinity because your lenses always get more sharpness and depth of field behind the distance you tell the camera to focus than in front. Remember that it's all physics with the lenses. It can only, your lens and camera can only focus at one exact distance. If it's 10 feet, it's not 10 feet one. What happens is we get that extra depth of field to 12 feet, 20 feet, 100 feet, whatever, from the optics, but your camera is not focusing on all that. Make sense? You've probably heard that before. I heard it
It's
from
good.
somebody.
It's good to hear it.
Yeah, right. Just a good reminder. And that was third of a second F11, 200 ISO. So yes, I grabbed the tripod out of my trunk and set it up real quick.
Oh, man.
So here again, this is just a grab shot. I mean, it's a sunset. What did I do? I pointed the camera and pushed the button. You know, I talk to people who are artists who are painters or sculptors, and it's like, I can't imagine doing that.
Uh-huh.
But they tell me, it's like, well, but you see things that not everybody sees. I go, okay, well, you know, it's different, but I just have a great deal of respect for amount of work that can go into that. I actually love this picture because it looks like I'm in Africa. Look at the trees.
Sure does.
It's in Gulf Shores, Alabama,
Oh, my.
on the 5th floor of a condo.
That's funny.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know,
That's,
don't tell anybody. Yeah, right. I didn't get out to do any sunflower pictures this year. It's too
What-
hot.
is this Columbia?
This is
Bottom?
Columbia Bottoms, yes.
They were not very good this year. I didn't
This was
think.
Columbia Bottoms, and let me see if I got, yeah, no. This was in 21,
So do you?
August 6th.
Do you bring a step stool or something with you? Cause that's or you.
You're higher up.
Getting that. point of view.
Tripod with a tilt screen on the back of the camera. Tripod. My camera's this high. So the advantage to having a tripod that's taller than you is just like when you go out and you stand on a ladder,
Yeah,
but you don't necessarily have to, especially if you have a camera where the back screen will tilt.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good 3 feet over my head. The downside of that is they're very expensive if you want a stable, well-built tripod.
Yeah.
You know, this tripod was like $800. Gitso with carbon fiber.
Uh-huh.
But it's worth it, you know,
Yep.
it's like, and I know I've talked to several photographers who are not professionals and they love to do that type of work and how are they gonna do it? I said, well, you only live once, go and buy a good tripod,
Mhm.
tripod, not one that came with the camera on Amazon.
Right.
Sorry, Yvonne, I had to say Amazon, because we don't want anyone going there.
Yeah, right. We don't.
Not for photography.
Oh, lovely lights.
Right.
So, I just kind of knew it was gonna finally set under the statue of St. Louis, walking around doing these, it's called Flags of Valor. They travel around the country on every 10-year anniversary of 9/11.
Yep.
So this was 2001. And there must have been 10,000 flags. And
Uh-huh.
every flag has a tag on it with a service man or woman or a fireman.
A dog.
No, a fireman, or it's a tag that describes.
They also have dog tags.
Yes, and dog tags, but it's also for firemen and
Anybody,
yes, anybody who.
policeman, yeah.
Which year was that?
21,
That was when.
yeah. 21. See,
So big.
yeah, it was 9/7, so it's close to 9/11.
Yeah.
Because they travel around, so I think the whole month of September, they travel around and do that.
I said it in 16.
Here's a fun photo. I'm hoping to do this again. This is in Telluride, Colorado, 21, and I'm going back in, this year, at the end of September. With the aspen trees full bloom.
Beautiful.
I know it's kind of a cliche, but I kind of love to put the sun in certain pictures like that.
Oh, I do too.
You know, and it kind of leads your eye up there, those leading lines, and bang, there's the sun. So, you know, you say the trees are the focal point, but really the sun is, not the trees.
Uh-huh.
But that was 60th of a second at f16.
And you gotta have that fairly fast, high ISO, not ISO, f-stop, to
F-stop.
get that sharpness of the
Because
ray.
you're forcing the light through a very small opening in the lens, the aperture, and it creates this diffraction. It's called diffraction, where the light scatters. It's the same reason we don't want to be shooting f16 or f22 with most lenses normally to get depth of field if you don't need it, because you are really reducing the overall sharpness a little bit by shooting at that high an aperture. Now, macro lenses are an anomaly. They're meant to be shot at 16, 22, 32, 45. And just like lenses for large format cameras, you know, the kind where the photographer puts the, yeah, those were meant to be shot at f32, 64. It's different lens design.
So does the smaller aperture create a better sunburst?
Yes, it creates that,
Uh-huh,
those stars. It's not, there's no filter on this
You're
camera.
right.
right.
You know, you can see these filters, like, buy star filter and stuff. Well, I've used a star filter before, which is basically a clear filter with crosshatches at 90 degrees.
Right.
And you can turn it, and it's nice for getting that kind of effect at night on street lamps and things.
Christmas lights, it's kind of
Yeah,
fun.
Christmas lights, kind of, yeah, right. But this is a similar type of thing, but this is from the light being forced through that small aperture.
That's pretty.
So those are those colorful aspen trees. What happened? I find the black and white way more satisfying to me, even though it's really a photo that has a lot of color. And probably mostly because of the lighting. Lighting is very dramatic, and a deep, deep blue sky, which I turned dark black. So I find that very satisfying.
That almost
kind
has
of
a-
contrast.
Infrared look to it,
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah. Mhm. Let's see.
Very
Let's see where you are. You're there, okay.
Nice. Oh, look at that sky.
Don't have to guess.
Yeah.
There's the name. It's Lawmeyer, yeah. And so that's 88 seconds.
Ah,
So you have to have a very sturdy tripod. And because it was windy. So think about that. Anybody ever used a tripod and it's super windy and then you look out, it's like you look at your picture and it wasn't very sharp. What happened? Well, the camera moved. You didn't touch it, but the camera moved. So this can only be this type of effect with the clouds. You need some clouds, you need some blue sky, or some sky that's not covered with clouds, and you need that wind to get those moving. And then it works. So I took my ISO down to 31 at f22 and used what's called a neutral density filter. Filter's so dark, I think this was a 6 f-stops lower. So if I didn't use that 6 f-stop neutral density dark gray filter to slow down the shutter speed, you got to take that 88 seconds and keep moving that in half. And that's one stop. 44 seconds, 22 seconds, 11 seconds. That was my math skills. 6 seconds. Yeah, 6, 3, a second and a half. You won't get that effect.
yeah.
So you have to have a filter. Because that's as low as my ISO can go, and that's f22. That's as small as my aperture. Make sense?
Huh.
All right, let's go here.
Mm.
Here's a fun shot took in Tucson. Waited a long time for the appropriate number of cars to come around,
That bad.
around that bend. So it was kind of a waiting game, and it kept getting darker and darker. And let me see if I can show you. Yes, I can. Let me get to develop. Here's the original.
Oh,
Wow.
oh my gosh.
So it's like, you look at the picture on the back of your camera and you go, well, I blew that. No, not necessarily. Digital has so much information there.
Uh-huh.
So when people say, well, no, film has much more latitude, said, no, it does not.
No.
Not maybe the first digital cameras back in the early 2000s, maybe, but not anymore. Yeah.
Remarkable.
I mean, this was all black.
Yeah.
Okay, I was talking to a couple of ladies earlier about this shot I took, on top of, what's it called? Let's see, Rio Pinchincha, something like that, in Ecuador. So this is at 15,000 feet, and there's the town of Quito below at 8,600 feet. And just so blessed that I had this day.
Yeah.
Because my daughter had climbed this, I climbed this with her, and she had gone 2 other times, and it was totally fogged in. I mean,
Oh.
not fog, clouds, in the clouds. She had no view. So this was a treat. She finished the last 300 feet. I stopped at 15,000 feet. I said, I'm done. I'm done. And I'm glad I just sat there because I watched these clouds. I mean, every 30 seconds, it was a different picture. And all I had to do is sit on my butt and wait. Nice way to live. Nice
Yeah.
way to take pictures.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, well, that's what stopped me too. That's what stopped me. This is in Rosecrans Cemetery in San Diego. And that's San Diego back there, but just beautiful lighting.
So that's a national cemetery?
Yeah.
Huh.
So another like pull over the car. I'm not driving. I get pretty bossy with my camera in a car. You know? Can you pull over? It's like, well, it's not safe here. It's like, come on.
Yeah, stop now.
Yeah, stop now. Don't go past. Yeah, so this was fun to capture this image. Let's see. Gee, maybe that is. Gee, yeah, okay. So next is composition and framing.
Oh.
So this is an old photo from
70.
72. So any guesses? Was it digital or film?
Film, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Give that gal a Cupid doll. Yes. But I waited. I mean, sunset's coming. I didn't know it was actually gonna be this good. And it really didn't get any better right after this, but there's the barge. It just
Oh.
came into view just perfectly.
Okay, so this is film. You've since scanned it, obviously. And how much manipulation did you do after you scanned it?
I don't know, I don't think this history is gonna show me, oh, yeah, it's gonna show me quite a bit.
Okay.
But no, see, I got export to hard drive. No, even back there, I don't have like,
Not a-
I
not
don't
a
have the
ton.
original, no, I don't have the original here. I did more than that. I did.
Okay,
I did. And I only had the one snapshot.
yeah,
So when I brought it in, I had already done something, maybe in Photoshop, I don't know.
yeah,
Can't remember.
very cool. Oh, look at that.
This is from 81, film again. And I primarily, as a kind of landscape photographer, travel photographer, I shot almost entirely Ektachrome, not Kodachrome. Ektachrome was way better with the blues and greens. Kodachrome was better with flesh tones. And then I graduated to Fujichrome. And Fujichrome was really my favorite slide transparency film for commercial work, everything, 4x5 inch film and 35 millimeter 2 1/4 film. Fujichrome was a great product, but these are all back in the early 80s and 70s.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
So that's a just quick grab shot. I love some of the memories I have from these shots, and we all have photos like they bring back that memory, like
Yeah.
what was happening. This was our last day in Yosemite, and we had to get somewhere because it's really not close to anything. We had to drive back to San Francisco, maybe, and we were driving out of the park. And I'm driving out of the park, and then I pull in this parking lot real quick. My wife says, "What are you doing? We gotta go." I said, "I gotta get a picture." I got out, it took me 5 minutes. I got out, I walked up to the river, and then I backed up about 30 feet. Why?
the sleeves,
Get some framing,
yeah.
right? Get some leaves, just a little perspective. Get some
Yeah.
leaves. So, not the greatest time of day. It was like noon, but I like the picture.
Yeah. Mm.
This was the same trip in either Kings Canyon or Sequoia. And I love this picture because of the contrast between the giant boulder
Uh-huh.
and the redwood texture on the trees and just the towering trees. I put this in here just because it's a simple picture of flowers, but it was from my pond, which I have a nice memory of that, and I like the composition. It's got, I think, a nice flow to it, and it's got the right amount of that fuchsia and some green to balance it, and this kind of coppery leaves.
Ooh.
All right, this is Iguazu, Argentina, which is
Oh, bless.
one of my, favorite places in the world. I've only been there once, but as far as having an impact, when I walk through the rainforest and hearing this roar and you come out from some trees and you see this, it's kind of like the Grand Canyon. It really is. And what you're looking at there is probably in distance 1/10 of the waterfalls.
Oh, my God.
It's an amazing display, and this was the third time my daughter had been there because she was living in Buenos Aires at the time. And this time she said this was the best day because we had the most rain. Because it's not like Niagara Falls, it's not always a constant giant flow, but this was just an incredible flow and roar, and it's just this very special place. Very difficult to get to. You can fly there. There's an airport. We took a bus from Buenos Aires across the country, overnight bus. I think it's a 15-hour bus ride. And we slept on the bus. You say, you slept on a bus? The bus had 3 seats across. Like a Greyhound bus, think of with 3 seats.
Okay.
Recline all the way into a bed. Serve you dinner. Then what do you want after dinner? I'll have a little Jack Daniels. What it was like train service used to be.
Wow.
It was amazing. And then we got to see the countryside when we woke up in the morning, going through these little towns. It was really great. But you can fly there and just land and stay in it. I think they have a Sheraton right on site.
Oh, nice.
So obviously perfect time of year to be in Germany. This is Würzburg Castle, and these are Quonset cherries. Anybody recognize Quonset cherry trees? Really gorgeous. And here I've got those leading lines with the cherry trees going down this avenue, and this big branch is kind of framing that. When I started, I took a couple of photos more to the right, and it's like there's just too much sky. So I just had to walk a little bit to the left and get some of more of that tree, which is beautiful. And this was, let's see if I can get it for you. It was the 60th at f11 with a 17mm. So f11, and I focused right about here. Okay. Not out there.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Not out there. Another shot from Germany, and that's the 17mm lens again. And this was a Russian Orthodox church near Frankfurt. And obviously what drew me to this picture was, look at the ceiling.
Yeah.
It's all gilded mosaics. just beautiful. And I'm a sucker for an archway. If there's an archway, I'm shooting through it.
Yeah,
I mean, why not?
yeah.
Why not?
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
So, we came in from over here. In fact, I edited out my daughter and my late wife from over here and some other people, because I just didn't want them in the picture because I just wanted this simple. But, I mean, walked in from over there and I take a left turn and walk all the way over to this palm tree. They go, "Where are you going?"
They should know that.
My daughter said,
There he goes again.
"Mom, yes, there he goes." Give him a minute. She goes, "Yeah, like 10 minutes." No, it really only took a couple of minutes. But I mean,
It's worth it.
you can think about standing right in front of this entrance to this church and it'd be, okay, it'd be cool. Just look at the sky. It's not the same.
Yeah.
So think about that. And even when you think you got the photo, you walk right up and you got that, that's beautiful. Look around. There's several photographers have had this expression. It's like, turn around. What's behind you?
Yeah,
What's behind you? Walk over there, change a lens.
Oh, cool.
So where's this?
Las Vegas.
Bellagio, yeah, in Vegas. So I used to use this a lot in classes to talk about flash. Because all of this at the bottom would pretty much be black without some fill flash. And they go, "Well, that's kind of fake then." It's like, well, what's this right there? That light, that's fake.
Uh-huh,
It's man-made. So I added a flash. But I mean, the flowers were so cool
yeah.
in contrast with that nice purple with the hotel and the water. So it's not hard to do, especially with digital. Flash was difficult with film. What are you getting? I don't know. Waste a lot of film, take
Yeah.
a lot of film.
Bryce Canyon.
Yeah, Bryce Canyon, my absolute favorite national park, although I have not been to all of them. Let's see. Here. That was f/14, 16mm lens. ISO 400. Well, did that hurt me? Not really. I mean, 400, even, let me see when I shot this. 2014, so 11 years ago. 400 with a full frame camera, even back then, 400 ISO wasn't terrible. It could be cleaned up a little bit. Nowadays, 100 to 400, you can hardly tell the difference. But I needed that because it was windy. So, yeah. And that pine tree really
Look at
helped.
that.
I think that pine tree really helps kind of give that canyon depth, doesn't it?
Uh-huh,
Gives it some depth. And this is what I was talking about earlier with the Grand Canyon. You walk up there and it's like, oh, it's so easy to just walk to the edge here. And it's like, wow, look at that. But sometimes it's nice to include some foreground.
uh-huh.
And you always have something. There's a boulder, a pine tree, there's always something there. And then here again, just watch where you focus. I focused right there, which was about 8 to 10 feet away from me. So I've got focus from 3 feet to infinity, all the way back.
And with snow.
And there's luck then, because the day before, all it did was snow all day and it was gray. We weren't there. We drove in, woke up this morning and the gal at the lodge said, "Oh my gosh, you see the snow out there?" It was just gray and snowed all day. Terrible for photos. And I was there one day.
Wow.
So sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you just get, you all know that, you get lucky, you're in the right place at the right time. Smoky Mountains, this is almost 1 second. f/20. That's for that depth of field. Because I wanted the moss and these leaves to be sharp. And if the water's moving fast enough, really a second, you get really blurry
Good
water.
motion, yeah.
Yeah, when it's moving really slow and you want that creamy effect, you need, you obviously need slower water and you don't have to have, you need to have a longer shutter speed.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you gotta go back. This is my quote unquote almost arrested picture. they did not believe me when I told the park ranger that I didn't see the sign, and I didn't. Said not beyond this point, and they had a chain link fence that went down on, well, behind me kind of here, down the rocks,
I mean,
To
one
the
you
bay,
walked over.
and I was walking on the rocks.
Ah,
And I saw, I mean, maybe I saw a fence kind of, but I didn't ever see the sign, and then I end up here. And I went a little farther to the left in this picture and was underneath. And then they saw me on the camera. And so for an hour, they interrogated me, looked at all my
Oh.
pictures, threatened to take my driver's license, and I had to fly home the next day. Well, I would have been stuck there, and take the camera and the memory card. But he said, well, you didn't take any pictures of the bridge under, that would have been the killer. I was like, I mean, they're super paranoid, they
Yeah.
know, I can say anything, they don't know mine. But it was worth it. It was
yeah.
worth it. It was worth it.
Oh,
So this is a park across from Manhattan. And we had a decent night. I would have liked some clouds. Sunset was okay. And this is a fairly long shutter speed. I can't remember. Oh,
so
50
50
seconds.
seconds, yeah.
50 seconds at f14. So no flash on the foreground. And let's see. Oh, I don't have that. I'll tell you what I can do. I can just reset this. Whoops. Come on. Why is it not resetting? Oh, I guess because I brought it in. Oh, I see that PSD. I edited it in Photoshop, so I can't show you the original. All right, darn, let me show you the original. But at any rate, there was quite a bit of editing that went with that.
That's cool. Oh, that's nice.
So where's this, folks? Anybody? St. Patrick's
Oh,
and Rockefeller.
oh, oh,
There's Atlas in Rockefeller.
okay.
So this picture absolutely would not have been possible without the right lens. This is a fisheye. It's a fisheye lens that you can see the curvature, and that's the only way I'd get that, standing in the doorway to St. Patrick's.
Wow.
I mean, I don't use it very often, but sometimes it's really helpful. I used it a couple years ago out in Arches and walked behind an arch, big arch, giant arch, got back and put the fisheye on. And so then I got that nice curvature in the top of the arch and got the whole arch in, because that's the only lens that would have done that.
Wow.
So it is, and they're really not expensive for a high quality fisheye.
Huh.
This for my Nikon, it's an off brand. I don't know what it is. That's like, you guys have probably seen them in the store before. It was like $250.
Oh, my.
Doesn't need to be autofocus, because what? Everything is in focus almost immediately.
That's cool.
Here's another picture from Iceland. And yeah, sometimes you have to get your feet wet. This is a 30th of a second at f22. And you know why I needed the f22. And then of course I got lucky with the
Little
rainbow. And there wasn't time to set up a tripod. So 30th of a second, that's as blurry as I can make that water, which actually is kind of nice also
Uh-huh.
to have some texture. So it doesn't really ruin the shot. But can you imagine if, and I'm like a foot off the water, if you do this picture standing up? You've lost the impact. Yeah, you got a pretty waterfall and you've got a rainbow, but you lose the impact.
That foreground.
So sometimes it pays to, get a little uncomfortable and don't shoot everything from 5 feet, 6 feet, however tall you are. Get down. I mean, I've been in a park before and I'll stand on top of a trash can. I don't really do that as much anymore. It's harder to do, but change your perspective. You change your lens to change perspective. You change your vantage point, high, low, in and back. And that can really help your travel and landscape images.
Nice. Oh,
Here again, this is with that fisheye lens, climbing up I actually climbed up like about like that on this side.
Where is that?
It's in Iceland.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
This is a cool little ghost town, ghost mining town. If you're ever in Vegas, go over to Nelson, Nevada. It is a really cool place. There's a lot of old, mining equipment, old cars, and these wonderful cholo cactus. They call them jumping cactus. And you ever heard of those?
Yeah.
And instead of a straight prong, it's a fish hook.
Oh,
And they actually, they don't jump, but if you barely brush on it, all of these, they break off. And they're just on you. The more you move, they dig in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're very dangerous. Very, very dangerous.
Oh.
So Monument Valley, yeah, it was just, I had a little blue in the sky. It was an afternoon. I mean, it was nice lighting, but in color, didn't make it.
right.
And I don't know if I have, let me see if I have the. See. See if I've got the color. Can I take some snapshots? No, they're all black and white. Yeah, I had probably
Yeah,
imported it and I had already worked on it.
that's pretty
Um,
cool.
Yeah, but I do like this picture. And this is
Good frame.
showing you framing, right?
Uh-huh.
You see through this tree.
Wow.
Oops, sorry. Shut up.
So another, one of those opportunistic views. When you see a place to climb, I was always climbing. So I got this nice foreground. With some trees in the middle ground, and then I've got in the distance, we were there about an hour. So the light finally came through. Come on. Wait,
It's
load,
second.
load, load, load.
It really isn't
Really
focused.
doesn't wanna load. Come on,
There we go.
there we go.
Oh, nice.
Waiting for that light to show up back there, because you can see how that made a difference. Lighting up the spires in Monument Valley.
Oh.
So where is it?
Tower Grove.
Tower Grove Park, right, Tower Grove Park. And early spring, see the cypress trees aren't leafed out yet. But I thought that makes an interesting composition.
Ah,
Cypress ones.
Cypress knees, yeah, cypress knees. And that is there's no flash.
oh, cool.
That's all just natural light. And let's see if I again. 1/8 of a second. So yes, I used the tripod. Got down on my knees, f20 with a 14mm lens. 14mm lens already has tons of depth of field because it's a 14mm lens. And then the f20 helped a lot. And I would say I focused maybe right about here, really close. So it really doesn't make sense until you understand how the optics work with lenses. And then just start thinking about that. Well, okay, I'm gonna try that. And great thing about digital is take a picture and focus here at f20, take a picture and focus there at f20, take a picture and focus there at f20, and then look at them, and then you'll start learning, oh, and you know what? Throw the other two away. Right? We can do that now. It doesn't matter how many we shoot. We can throw all those other pictures away. Okay, this is Creve Coeur Park. Beautiful fall day. I think this was probably that 14mm lens again.
Yep.
Yep, 14mm. It's a zoom, it's a 14-30 for Nikon. I love that lens. One-
Sitting down on it?
Not quite sitting. This was really wet. I had my boots and I squatted. Yeah, I'm way down. And I had the tripod. So then I put the tripod almost on the ground and tilt my back screen up to me so I could see it. So no, I wasn't looking through the viewfinder. Laying on my stomach. I've done that before.
Oh,
This is a really cool cemetery in Charlotte. I was gonna mix up. Is it North
Savannah.
Carolina? Charlotte? Oh, Savannah, it's in Savannah. Who said that?
I did.
You reminded me. Yes, it's Savannah.
Yeah.
Right, it's Georgia. Yeah, cool place. Here's another photo that Yvonne said, like the one you said, it kind of looks infrared.
yeah, it
But it's
does.
not, it's color and then converted. Converted in Lightroom. And let's see. No, they're not.
No,
I don't have the color version.
don't.
Man, what did I do? I don't think I had this. Let's see. No, did not.
Oh, the fox.
Fox Theater. And I just kind of like this photo because of all the detail you got with the layers,
Uh-huh.
you know, back underneath this, yeah, the fabric on the walls, the fringe, and
And the
going out to the,
bar.
and I'll have to look, but I think it was like F-16, so look at the lights,
Uh-huh. Even the eyes.
eyes on the
Look
lines.
at that. That's
Yeah.
cool. Ooh.
So this is an arch, not in arches, it's outside of the park, right off the highway. And you hike up I don't know what kind of slope, but it's about a half-mile hike up a hill. Pardon?
Is that Moab?
It's south of Moab. So coming over from Colorado, from Gunnison, it's south of Moab, in Arches National Park. I think way out there, that's north, or maybe over here's north, that's where Arches is. It's a big arch, it's called Wilson Arch. So you don't have to go in the national park to see it. We are all from St. Louis, we know where this is.
We do.
I'm not so sure all of those trees are there.
I thought
I know the
that
ones
was
up by
over-
the art museum got toast.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe
I
down here
don't
was-
think these got damaged.
Some of them
Damaged a
got-
little?
Some of them are gone,
Oh,
Are they? Okay.
yeah,
yeah.
but not all.
So really just a perfect day. In the fall. And this was F-13 with a 14mm lens. A little bit of wind, so that's why I shot at 160th of a second. And you know, when in doubt and you're trying to make sure you freeze stuff that's moving, use a little more shutter speed, and so what if you have to raise your ISO a little bit? I mean, you've got the technology now to do it. Did this thing come unplugged again?
Oh, oops.
It did.
I'll have to tape it.
Yeah, okay.
Get a longer one.
Oh, it's real long.
It's super long.
Yeah.
It's just coming on. So here's a picture. I think this is Greer Spring,
Oh, cool.
1.6 seconds at F-16. So it's not a super long time, but you can see the water's super blurry and clean. This kind of picture will not work if it's super windy. Why?
Everything's moving.
Yeah, then you got blur everywhere. And then you need that contrast between what's on the land and the water that's moving. I think that makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, now I know where you are.
You've been there.
Yeah, several times.
It's pretty crazy. It's private property.
I know,
Just lets
it
people
is.
Come there.
I know.
Yeah, so that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun.
Where is it?
It's off of Highway
Reed-
21.
Reed Spring.
Greer,
Reeds.
Greer.
No,
No.
Reeds.
It's
So
really.
it's Reeds.
Oh, Reeds, yes,
Reeds
Reeds
Spring.
Spring, yeah. And it's off of 21 in, what town is it in?
I don't remember.
What is it? Centerville? Okay,
Okay, that sounds,
It's Centerville.
thank you.
that sounds. This is a little church in, Tucson. Very famous church, Saint Xavier.
Love how dark that sky is. The contrast is great.
Yeah, with the white,
Yeah,
the white stucco, yeah, that's really why I wanted to do this black and white.
cool.
This is a lake up on Mount Lemon above Tucson called Rose Lake. Beautiful spot. In fact, I had to go there. This is when we were there in 22. And in 1972, 50 years earlier, I camped up there in January and woke up to 8 inches of snow in my tent.
Oh.
Not in my
God.
tent, outside of my tent.
Yeah,
Crazy, just beautiful. And it's basically the same. I just wanted to take that same photo.
oh, pretty.
So Saguaro National Park, here looking through another type of cactus. These kind of shots are always, I think, interesting to just get a different viewpoint.
Huh.
You getting the idea that I like to shoot through things?
Yeah,
Yeah, get some foreground, background,
Yeah,
lead the
that's
people
cool.
in. This is Monterey on Highway 1. So you got this big open what do they
plaza,
call it?
yeah.
Plaza,
Yeah.
yes, in Siena, Italy. And why not include some foreground, some interest? So got these bicycles.
And the leading lines.
Yeah, and the leading lines.
Oh, cool.
You all are so quiet.
We're just mesmerized.
No,
Oh, that's cool.
you know that?
Oh, yeah.
Then you've been to the Vatican.
No,
Very famous staircase.
Da Vinci.
Yes, it's called the Da Vinci staircase.
oh, pretty.
Different sunflower picture.
Yep.
It's a picture of a weed and the sunflowers are like, oh, they're just in the back there. I just thought it was interesting with the color contrast. That's there. Okay, I got 18 images here. How are we doing? Time? We're good?
About, yeah, probably about another 20 minutes or
Okay,
so.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, I've got about 18 images here on decisive moment. So
It's a great job.
Happy the engineer
Yeah, I love
cooperated. I didn't know if he heard me. Would you lean out? Lean over a little bit?
Yeah.
See the water?
the water.
Dumping out?
Yeah,
Right, yeah, well, they gotta watch where they're going. My brother-in-law was an engineer for 20 years.
You can really feel the power.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So 300 millimeter lens. So what am I? I don't know. I'm a couple hundred feet away. 640th of a second at f4. I really didn't want everything in focus.
yeah.
I've had people ask me, how did you get that shot? It's like they paid these kids to come by, or they do that, but there was just a split moment where I got the paddles all in the right spot when they were close enough. About this is really hardly cropped at all.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I shot with a 16 millimeter lens, 800th of a second, 6.3. That's not the important part. 400 ISO got me that shutter speed.
wow,
So yeah, this is one of my daughter's favorite shots
cool.
from right outside of the Cartagena. In fact, part of this castle is where they filmed part of this castle scenes from the end of Romancing the Stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
The alligator.
Yes, I think with the alligator, right?
Oh, cool.
So it's in Ecuador, just, here we go, yelling at my daughter, pull over.
You got your spot already.
Yeah, yep. So she's got her llama coming back from the market. And just typical Andean dress and yeah, it's just,
Beautiful.
it's just a shot that I'm really happy with because she just has, I think, the perfect expression.
Uh-huh.
She does.
And the llama does.
And
Uh-huh.
Mama, right? I was just saying.
The llama's like, oh, pointed over here, I'm the star. She's not carrying anything. Look at me.
Oh, pretty.
So that's from the zoo. And that was 490 millimeters. 250 to the second, 5.6, 500 ISO. It's, yeah, I mean, fairly normal. They're basically 5.6 because that's as wide as that lens opened up to. So I didn't need anything else in focus, just the flamingo. So here's a shot that just came together. I mean, put myself in position. I knew I wanted some of these trucks in the foreground. This was at a jump exercise for the Army. And there's the plane and all parachutists coming out. At this is up in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, an
Wow.
exercise. And they did this all day. It was such fun to shoot.
That's
Of course,
excellent.
at the zoo. Well, it doesn't have to be at the zoo, but I've
No.
never been to Africa or Rwanda. So.
Oh, nice.
And I've got this in this decisive moment, folder because I just love the way he's got that paw dragging.
Uh-huh.
He's mid-step and he's looking right at me.
Right.
This is a grizzly bear and he's long dead. He's not there at the zoo anymore.
Uh,
But
Great lighting.
yeah, it was really just perfect. Perfect lighting.
Oh, yeah.
This is one of the first successful hummingbird shots I've ever shot. And you say, well, wait a minute, how is this successful? The wings were blurry. But they're also sharp.
yeah.
So how's that happen? It happens because of flash. So shutter speed only like 160th of a second, which isn't fast enough to freeze the wings. But when you use flash, the flash is emitting light the equivalent of about a 2,000th of a second.
Okay.
So yeah, this hummingbird, or maybe
That's
his
cool.
maybe his brother about drove me nuts. Because I set up in a window in my living room with a blind, cut a hole in this foam board and stuck the lens through there. And my wife had planted 4 of these flowers. Hummingbirds love them. So I'm there, hummingbird comes, he goes to that flower. I've got to move my camera over. No, he came to this flower. Oh my gosh, I did that for 2 days. And then I went out with a pair of scissors and cut off the other 2 flowers. So sometimes you make your own luck when you can. Now, you can't always do that anywhere, like the botanical garden. No,
Right.
technically my flowers. She wasn't real happy about it.
Yes, she was about cutting down the flowers.
Right.
Sleep on a couch.
So this is a
Oh.
totally different technique.
Nice.
You got some sunlight, but added a very high power flash, maybe 3 feet from the hummingbird, where he's gonna come to this flower. So that is, let me see what I got. 4,000th of a second, 5.6, it's 640 ISO and 420 millimeters. So, but they do not hold still.
No, they don't.
So,
That's
I'm not
beautiful.
going to fake you out and tell you every picture was like that. No, was not.
I like how you got the flower matching the color.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah. Did I do that? No. I did not do that. Another
Ooh.
picture from Iceland that I like to kind of talk about the decisive moment or shutter speed. This one is, let's see what I've got. 500th of a second, just enough to freeze this foam as it popped over this rock. And I just thought it was very interesting because the foamy water is just,
Looks
it's like
like,
a sculpture.
it's like whipped cream or something.
Whipped cream, yeah,
Yeah,
it's all frothy, and usually
Yeah.
the waves aren't that
yeah,
frothy. I don't know
But
what,
it looks like milk.
yeah,
yeah, milk, yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then-
got milk.
And then the rock, this is all this beautiful green lichen, seaweed. But I find it much more satisfying in black and white.
Very cool.
There's Icelandic horses, my son.
So, you know, we were there for an hour maybe and just got lucky because you can't tell these horses, I mean, there's a fence there and they're kind of walking up to you, then they're walking away. And then these three horses just kind of came together. I might have been making some noises. Yes, I was probably cheating. I was, doing something.
Yeah,
And they said, what's that? And do what you gotta do to get them to look. And it's just, I think it's a very
Were
satisfying.
you standing on something or did you have?
No.
A tripod?
Just up here,
Okay,
over my head.
okay.
Yep. Over my head, and it was probably, this was shot with my Fuji. And I think that is 16 millimeters. That's equivalent to like a 24 millimeter lens. So kind of wide, but not super wide.
very cool. Oh,
So there's 420 millimeter of the Jaguar at the zoo doing his, you ever seen him? Goes around in the circle.
yep, yep.
There's a path. And I, took pictures for half an hour. Every time he came around, I tried to catch him and the light caught him just perfectly this time.
Beautiful.
I shouldn't be telling everybody I shot that at the zoo, should I?
That's-
That's what I do. When I go to the zoo, I never take pictures unless I can frame something up and it looks like it's not a zoo.
In the
It's
wild.
Yeah, yeah.
I've done the same thing and spent an hour plus there for that shot.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah, you can. Yeah, and he's such a beautiful cat. I mean, look at the way the light hit him. It's just perfect. I think it was probably in the morning. Well, that's when they're out more often.
oh, neat.
So, that's probably not what he's supposed to do here.
Fuel.
With the fuel. But that's something that, kind of I step halfway on the track, take the picture, then get back,
Yeah,
get out. Stuff happens pretty darn quick.
Is this in town or?
It's at, what used to be Gateway
It's still-
over in Madison. Now it's,
Oh,
Tech-
it's down to a
yeah, yeah, technology used to be Gateway track, right?
And
And
do you have it, did you have like a pass to be in the?
Yeah.
Pits or?
Oh, yeah. When the race was over, I could climb over the fence and get on the track.
Okay.
I mean, the
Nice.
cars didn't like for the winter and stuff, yeah. So here's a fun shot, just a really quick shot that just all came together by chance because I had my camera and I was ready. So think about this. If you've got your camera with you, are you really ready for that moment when he stopped and looked in there? I mean, is your exposure set? Do you have the right lens? Take some pictures you know you're gonna throw away. I learned that years and years ago shooting weddings. Like, do people want to sit there and wait for you while you mess with your camera?
no,
No, things are gonna happen. So start taking pictures. You know you're gonna throw them away. You're just trying to get your technology going. And then all you have to worry about is the timing and your point of view. Make sense?
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, just, and I don't think I threw anything at them, but I just kept walking. With birds, what's great technique is you start shooting when you're too far away and it really doesn't, it's not the shot. You keep walking at them and keep shooting. And I mean continuous drive. So yes, it did help that I was using a camera that shot 15 frames a second and just keep walking. And this was my favorite shot just from the position of the birds.
oh,
So, I mean, you gotta make your own luck sometimes. It's kind of a lucky shot, but you can't just point your camera up there and hope for the best. So,
What is
It's-
it called?
when he's coming through that. Yeah.
I don't know. It's really not a sonic boom. He didn't, but it's like the vapor barrier is breaking the vapor barrier. Yeah.
That's cool. Oh,
This is what's called the Bridge of Sighs in Venice, very famous bridge. And just had to wait, and I was on my tiptoes, leaning out this little window up in St. Mark's in the palace. And saw the boats coming, and I missed the last boat, and I had to wait for these two boats to come to fill that void there.
ah,
So that's a fun studio type shot setup, where there is no color in the water. The color is, and so it's 160th of a second. That's not what's freezing the water drop. Here again, it's flash. An f/38 with a macro lens, ISO 800. So what's happening is I've got 2 or 3 flashes behind back there, facing down to the water at a 45-degree angle or so, with colored gels on the flash. A green, a blue, and a red one.
that's very cool.
Yeah, it's just a fun thing to do. I used to teach workshops teaching folks how to do this. There's just so much you can do with flash, but it's, I don't want to say it's complicated. It's just like it takes a lot of experimentation. It's not always predictable.
That's beautiful.
Okay, let me go back. Now, okay, I've got a few on leading lines.
Ooh,
Is that Spain? Yeah.
Alhambra, which is in Granada, in Spain.
The lion.
Yeah, Court of the Lions. Really amazing place.
nice. Oh, cool.
That's
Sandy Creek.
Sandy Creek Covered Bridge. Yeah. Before they power washed all the graffiti.
Oh, I love the graffiti.
Yeah, it's all gone unless somebody did it again, but I mean, it was so.
That's a nice touch.
It was so great.
Mm,
And that's a overpass. This is on looking Page Avenue, looking west. There's the bridge across
Ah.
Missouri.
oh,
So you can get this kind of shot if you're there at the right time of day, the right sunset, and the right amount of traffic.
mhm.
I mean, it all has to kind of come together. A lot of things that aren't in my control have to come together.
Very cool.
I think that's, let's see. Yeah, 25 seconds at f10.
Neat.
I've done a little more editing. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
So Valley Fire, anybody been there?
Uh-uh.
Yep,
No.
just outside of Las Vegas. This is not the month you want to go. Like super hot. In fact, they closed the park, really it's closed. I think they closed it in June through July. Just gets too hot. But this was in 2014. Hopefully those petroglyphs are still there and not defaced. I mean, the stuff that goes on in some of these parks, it's just awful. People can be idiots, you know?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they really can be idiots.
Yeah.
And this was Fisheye Lens.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool.
It's a bridge in Chicago. Chicago.
Almost looks like it's green one.
The,
Yeah, no, it wasn't when they made it
St.
green.
Patrick.
It's just, yeah,
but all the reflections are
Yeah.
cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
So here you've got some leading lines that take you from the pews, just a different perspective from a church picture. Going to the stained glass. This is Saint Cecilia in South St.
Oh.
Louis.
Okay. Oh, I took a workshop there with you too.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah, there
I
we go.
did that. Yeah,
you get around.
I do.
Um, I think it's called Vizcaíno. It's in Miami, Vizcaya, Vizcaya, yes. And it's this gigantic, the grounds are beautiful, and this gigantic mansion this guy built. Millionaire, I don't know what he did, but it's just a museum now and a park.
Biscayne Bay.
Yeah, Biscayne Bay, yeah, Miami, near Miami.
Love them.
Of course, we know where that is,
Oh, yeah.
courthouse. Some street art with leading lines in near Quito, Ecuador.
That's cool.
This was absolutely one of the worst, it could have been the worst conditions I've ever photographed in and gotten anything I liked.
Huh.
It was 40-mile-an-hour wind. So all of this foamy stuff coming up from the ocean, this is Morro Rock in Morro Bay, California. And all this stuff was like just blowing up from the wind. It wasn't like surf coming in, because the wind was coming out of the west here. And I just kind of like this image, and I don't know. Let me see if I have this one. I don't have snapshots. No, I converted it. Okay, there's color.
Oh, pretty.
That's pretty too.
That's color. Okay, so I can come up here to snapshots, do a snapshot right there. Oh, I did have some other snapshots. And then I go back in my history, and this is where I was before. Texture, and now I'll come up here and make another snapshot. Now I've got these versions here,
Okay.
color, here,
Cool.
here. And all that is the program is, that's just math for like where the sliders, where things are set. So it's
Okay.
very interesting that how they've done this program where, design this program where you can make any number of variations, and it doesn't, what we call in Photoshop terms, cost us anything. Because in Photoshop, to make the different versions, you would make a duplicate image, edit it, and then make another duplicate image, and you're increasing the amount of space on your computer that's being taken up. You don't have that with Lightroom. And each one of those can be exported as a different, as a photo, as a JPEG, or make a print. See, maybe. Yeah, that was it on there.
Awesome.
Got a few more on shutter speed.
Oh, cool. Oh, fun.
And a fun thing to try at a carnival, you get a Ferris wheel that has a lot of lights on it. Some of them do, some of them don't. So that's 2 seconds with a long lens, 190 millimeter, just zoomed in there and let the other stuff, rest of it blur out.
Oh, cool.
1/10 of a second. So you get the blur, just like that hummingbird I showed you, and you get the freeze from the flash. The driver did not want me to take her picture. Because we were all standing there, everybody's flashing the
Yeah.
streetcars as they come by. Yeah.
That's very cool.
So here are the pictures I was talking about earlier, if you were all here, where I've got 2 different times a day and different shutter speeds and totally different photos. So I really didn't move the camera. So here's our first photo at 7:12 at night. And 3/20 of a second, f7.1, 400 ISO. So I focused right about here, and I was waiting for that wave to break and get that light coming through the wave.
Yeah.
But get enough depth of field where I can get these piers all in focus. Well, what happens 20 minutes later?
Oh, wow.
So I went from a 320th of a second to 20 seconds. And even though it's darker now, I can lower the ISO because I don't need the light even though, and I can take F22 to cut out even more light, no light there, no light here in F22. I'm gonna get all the light with leaving the shutter open, 20 seconds. And now the water's like cream.
Very cool.
It's just shutter speed. It's just a super simple concept. It's like, what are you stopping? Do you want to stop the action or not?
Oh, cool.
So here, 4 seconds. Why did I want 4 seconds? I wanted some blur on a tripod, but then I wanted to zoom, and this is what's called a step zoom. You can zoom, you've seen pictures where you just zoom during that time exposure and all your lights kind of go out at you. Well, this is a step zoom. So here, 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 here. So when I clicked, hit the shutter, I went zoom, 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 just a little bit at a time.
Wow.
Try it sometime. It's just fun to do.
Fun.
Yeah, it's fun to do. Now the camera can't be moving. So you gotta have a really sturdy tripod. So when you're turning your zoom lens, you're not moving the lens, moving the camera.
Nice.
So here's another one from Gateway with oh gosh, I don't know, he was probably going 180 miles an hour at this point. Super,
Wow.
super, I can't tell you how many pictures I took before I got anything I'm happy with. Explain with the shutter speeds, because you take a car driving down the street and follow it from 30 feet away, you can get some really cool effects like this at about a 30th of a second.
Wow.
15th to 30th of a second. But no, not when they're moving that fast, because literally I'm up in the stands with the zoom lens and I'm going this. I'm going like that. So the trick is to keep the, did I just unplug my?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I felt that one.
Yeah, I see.
I knew that one.
There it is.
What's this? It's challenging, but it's fun. It's like a lot of things you take photos of. Isn't it more rewarding when it was really hard?
Yeah, sure.
And then you look at it and you go, I can't believe I got that. That's really great.
Very cool. Now, oh, yeah.
Another way to shoot fireworks.
Mhm.
So what's different? Not zoom, that's focus. It's a crazy concept. Think about you're focused on fireworks that are out of infinity. And during that 2.5 second exposure, I turn the focus ring manually. And it makes them look like a flower
Cool.
because they're only supposed to be this little pinpoint.
Uh-huh.
I probably had a 5% success rate. It's just hard to do.
Well, and because I shot fireworks this past holiday, and the trick is when it's so hard to focus at night
Yeah.
that I was afraid to throw my lens out of focus.
Well, and that is the challenge. So like here, I use autofocus and focus here
Okay,
and then turn the autofocus off. It is easier if you have a little switch on the lens.
Uh-huh.
You just flip the switch.
okay,
Sometimes you don't. You have to go in the menu and be like, oh, now go to manual focus.
right,
And then it's already focused at that distance.
Right.
And then you can change it. Then you got to do that all over again for the next picture.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's a challenge.
Especially when the lights are such brief displays.
Right. This is kind of fun, getting out in the surf and just capturing that, the power of the waves coming in.
Do you have something to put the camera in so it's waterproof? or
No,
you just out there with
the
it?
lens mount and the camera is basically water resistant. I can be out in the rain. I'm not gonna stick it under the water,
Right.
but a lot of cameras today, the higher end cameras, you can be out in the rain. You have to put a lens on that's also got the seal, because that's a weak point, but all the buttons and everything, they're all rubber sealed for rain, not for pressure, not for going under.
Pretty.
I mean, why did I walk out there? Because of the light, the way the light was changed. I
Sure.
go, I gotta get out there. I gotta get out there. And that was that 14mm Nikkor lens again, and the sky was so perfect. It's 1,000th of a second at f14. So I needed the f14 for the depth of field,
Uh-huh.
ton of depth of field, and I needed the 1,000th of a second to freeze the waves. Well, I had to get to 2000 ISO to get there.
Yeah,
Sometimes during daylight, you go, oh, there's plenty of light out here. Well, it depends
Not
on what kind of
always,
shutter speed
yeah.
you want. You know,
That's
how much
cool.
do you want to stop with the action?
very cool.
One more, 2002 F13, and that's only so 1250, but I had a lot more light here. Like this, because some of the water is kind of classy,
Uh-huh.
like crystal. So that's basically a point and shoot picture photo, but but I mean, it's so pretty, right?
Yeah,
How can you not just wait for that? I waited for this wave to just crash over the rock. This is in Big Sur, California. The water is just so beautiful. Here again, I like the contrast with the rocks and the waves and the blue. And I think that's it.
it's amazing.
Well, thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Questions that you were holding on to?
Do we?
Any shy people that didn't want to interrupt me? I said you could.
Just an off.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Well, thanks. Yeah, I really, I'm kind of semi-retired now from photography, so I just kind of pick and choose what jobs I want to do. I don't shoot weddings anymore. That is a young person's job. I probably shot 600 plus weddings, so
Wow.
I'm done. I'm done with that. But it really gives me a lot of pleasure to teach and share what I've learned and share the mistakes I've made, so other people, you don't necessarily have to make them. Yeah, you do have to make mistakes, but you don't have to make the same mistakes over and over. You know, so
Very enlightening. Thank you.
well, thank you. Well,
Yeah.
great.
Thank you, Tom.
And no questions online either. Believe it or not, that's great. You want to grab the lights?
The best advice I can give you
Top button.
with digital photography is
The,
To the right.
yeah, there you go.
don't hold back. You're not, so a lot of people raise their hands like shot film.
Yeah,
It took me a while to get over that.
yeah.
Click,
Right.
you know, I'm waiting for that moment. I don't want to waste money.
How much, yeah, how much
The
film
reason-
did we waste?
The reason I actually was able to really experiment a lot and get better with my camera settings and everything when I was 12, I was an uncle at 12 years old. So my oldest sister had my, first nephew. And then my other sisters, I got 4 older sisters, all started having kids, and they go, can you take some more pictures? I go, I don't have any money for film. Says, what if we buy the film for you? I said, and you pay for the processing.
Yeah,
So they got free pictures, and it's one of those things where the film didn't, and that part of photography didn't have to cost me a lot.
cool.
So it was, but
And the Hunt brothers.
Nice negotiator.
yeah, but you know what? You got that situation now. It doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
The equipment is more expensive getting in. Right, right. So really take more photos than you think you should. What's the harm? But still be purposeful, like shooting film, think about your exposure, your depth of field, your shutter speed and all that good stuff. That's whatever.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank
It was a
you.
pleasure.
Well, before we go, real quick, we're having a show here for September.
I'm still here, Yvonne, if you
Are
need
you?
it.
Okay.
I put everything in the
I
chat,
saw your messages, yeah.
but I'm still here if you want me to kind of talk about it at all. If not, you're welcome to talk about it.
Well, I'll go ahead and finish my one thought here regarding Webster. We decided, since we were just at Urban Buds shooting flowers, that we would choose flora and fauna for our theme. Okay, for here. So that's our theme for September, and Cindy's gonna post stuff to the Facebook page. So as far as like hang dates and all that stuff, we're gonna wait till after the holiday. It'll be like this, the second, I think, second and third. Anyway, go ahead, Cindy, and talk about fluorescent.
I am really excited about Fluorescent, guys. I think this is going to be a great show. Yvonne has been up there. I haven't, but I've heard things about the venue and it sounds lovely. There is a couple, and she's very excited to have us. As a matter of fact, if anybody wants to do individual shows after this show, you may want to talk to her because she's looking for, she's really trying to build this as an art center and a place that artists can come and hang their work. So for our show, it's going to align with the theme of the production that's there called Sweat. Sweat is a Pulitzer Prize winning play. It's an intense play. It's about the industrial era, and it involves the struggles, the sweat, the tears that were shed during that time. However, I want the people to also have their artistic interpretation of that. So for instance, some of the examples we talked about was like, you may have a flower coming out of a concrete, or you may have animals that are, Yvonne mentioned the horses, for instance, that are kind of engaged with one another or showing conflict. So it really is, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for me, I know, but it's going to be a really good way for you all to interpret the themes involved around there. I will be posting more about that and more about the play on the Facebook page to give a better explanation. The other thing is the reception. We're going to do it not on opening night, but on the Saturday they have an afternoon matinee performance at about 2:30. And so we thought it would be nice to do the reception after that at about 5. I also have discounted prices if you want to attend the play and then attend the reception. The play is like at 2:30, and we thought the reception would be at 5, and just for 5 to 7 then on Saturday. So there's no entry fee. I will post, there's really no guidelines as far as framing. We would prefer a frame. If you can do a black frame, that would be best, because that just gives the whole area some cohesiveness. And so that's about it with the details. We will be, you can bring your art up from Monday before the show to Wednesday.
What are the dates, Cindy?
I put them in the show goes, I think, on the 26th. And the Monday before that, I think, is the 22nd.
Reception will be the 27th at 5 to 7 p.m. after the sweat mat.
Yeah.
September 27th. So the show runs
Can
from.
you hold a minute? My son's calling me, and he never calls me, and he's called me
Okay.
4 times. It could be an
Okay.
emergency.
Okay. So the show runs from the end of September, I believe, to the end of November. Yeah.
Forgot to say. Anybody want cards?
Oh, cards. Yeah, business cards.
You still print this hard?
So anyway, and it says here, works on paper must be under glass or plexiglass. Maximum weight may not exceed 15 pounds. Works must be ready to hang using something about some kind of clips. I'll have to verify that kind of. I'd like hard. I missed. I'll have to verify. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Oh, thank you.
Just to be your Facebook friend.
Okay, okay, great.
Awesome. So anyway, that's basically Cindy.
I'm back. I'm sorry.
That's
You
all
know,
right.
there's not another thing that could happen tonight within the same 2 hours.
Oh, no. So, you, bye-bye. Thanks, Tom. You can actually go out this door if you want.
Yeah. Thank you.
Save yourself a few steps. It says,
These things.
textile works must be ready to hang using the city clips.
That's like, you know, the hanging system we had at the Graphica?
Yeah. I
So
don't know where
so the back will have to be wired, so you
Okay,
can
so
hang it,
wire
so you
hung.
can hang
Okay.
it, wire hung.
Okay. Okay. And the show is from the end of September until the end of November?
Correct.
Okay, cool. So yeah, verify those dates and that's super. We'll go ahead and,
No, the dates are good. The
I
dates
mean,
are good.
just verify it by putting it on Facebook.
Okay, no, I will. The only other thing is that if you want to sell, you're welcome to sell and price it.
Cool.
If it's framed, I want it to go under $100 as a frame piece. If it's individual, would do whatever you want. Um, it's very, it's, the structure is only for us to present a good show. It isn't necessarily to put anybody in a bind or end up not showing.
So when you post it on Facebook, since not everybody is here and online tonight, be sure to post the theme and how that can be interpreted.
Oh yeah, I will.
So cool.
And frankly, guys,
Yeah.
I'm not freaking out about this. We'll do a great show. I have yet to be underestimated. If anything, every time we do a show, it goes beyond our belief. So
Yeah.
I'm really not worried. So take the theme, just do what you want, show what you want, and we'll go from
Have
there.
any questions, if you have any doubts, share them with Cindy and I and
We'll work with you.
we'll work it out.
I don't want the theme to keep anyone away, but at the same time, I want everybody also to consider it, but not to the point of having it be adversive.
Right.
I
Okay.
will tell you, if you come to the theater, and we can talk about this later, that she told me to tell everybody that there are a few F-bombs in the play, so I don't want anybody to go and be offended. So I told her I would mention it. I don't think it was a big
Okay.
issue, but
So what was it you were saying, Sally? Where? Oh, yeah.
So Mary and I, were curious about like, are we think something?
You know, I haven't decided if, it would be kind of fun for us to kind of go together. Well, my house or somebody's house out in West County, yeah, we'll figure that out. We're talking about Grinter Farms, the sunflowers, so,
okay.
yeah, I'm not sure how many of us are going at this point. At least 4 of us for sure, so.
I'd love to go, but I'm just getting moved into my townhome and I haven't even unpacked. I'm just moved in, so I don't know.
Thank you so much, everybody. I'm
Thank you.
down now.
Bye, guys.
Bye.